All right, everybody. Thank you very much. My name is Giuseppe, but I'm known as the DePIN Jesus. I'm part of the developer relations team at IoTeX. And on behalf of IoTeX, I wanted to first of all thank the Akinto team for making this happen, and obviously the ETHCC team for the amazing event. Today there is something quite special that we'd love to do with you guys. I want to invite my partner in arms, Deep and Aaron, appear on stage with me today. Aaron, how are you?
How's it going?
I'm good, I'm good. So guys, there is a lot of stuff that we want to cover today, so we'll be pretty quick. But I think first and foremost, everybody says that DePIN is bringing real-world utility to the Web3 sector, and it's definitely the bridge or the catalyst between the Web 2 and the Web 2 worlds. So Aaron wants to introduce somebody that's quite special to us. We've been working together for many years.
Absolutely. It's a man that doesn't need any introduction, but I'm going to introduce him anyways. David Palmer from Vodafone. Round of applause.
David, here, take this little mic as well.
This one? Yeah. Also this. Okay. Cool. Nice to meet everybody. How many people bullish on ETH? Hands up if you're bullish on ETH. Hands up if you heard Vitalik's discussion. Okay. No, so I wanted to share quickly about a discussion. I think it was really interesting what Vitalik said, because now is the time to bring real-world solutions on-chain. And it was interesting, one of the pitches earlier, and they said, why does this need to be on-chain? Everything we do now in this community needs to be real. And the use case we're working on now is, I'm from Vodafone. We've got 27 operating companies around the world. We connect millions and millions of people. We've got 200 million IoT devices connected, 45% of all the cars in Europe. And this project that we're working on with IoTeX, Coinbase, Chainlink, and others is about how we can solve a real problem. Over the next 5 years, there's going to be $7 trillion invested in data centers. At the moment, those data centers are big hyper data centers outside of city centers using huge amounts of power. One of these hyper data centers will use in 1 hour the power that is used by a city in the week. And what we're talking about here in this project is how we can bring those data centers to the edge using cell towers, right? There's 5 million cell towers in the world. And we're working on a project where we can tokenize those cell towers so communities can invest, institutions can invest, and we can use smart contract technology so that those investors get paid back every time the towers gets used for compute. We're also using the chain so that we can put every tower on chain, and we can use them smartly in a distributed way so that many towers can do what one big data center can do, right? So we're using swarm technologies and distributed compute. And we believe that this is a game changer for a number of reasons. We believe it's a game changer because it adds a low latency edge data center option to the architecture. We believe it's a game changer because at the moment there's 5 companies that are dominating 90% of all of the investment in AI compute, right? So 90% investment equals 90% returns. And the other thing is that these big hyper data centers are only, they have huge power demands. So they can only be in certain areas in rich countries, etc. There's telco towers in every country, right? There's 95% penetration. So being able to turn telco towers into data center infrastructure allows different socioeconomic groups to participate in different countries, especially developing countries, to access this technology, which is going to be a game changer. So we believe that this is a real world use case for real world assets, and we're really excited to be part of the consortium. Hope I finished on time. Thanks.
Thank you, David.
Thanks, David. That was pretty awesome. We're super excited for what's next. Now, guys, so this is just the partners that David was mentioning that will be working with us or cook this with us for the next weeks and months. Now, guys, I want to do something. I want to introduce for you, for the first time ever, this new vision, probably the most important announcement of the year for the IoTeX ecosystem. I want to introduce to you guys a new vision by the IoTeX team and a new expansion of IoTeX into AI, where AI touches life. So guys, you see IoTeX has been around since 2017, creating basically a layer 1 blockchain that was super performant, super fast, secure, because the goal was to connect millions and millions of devices on-chain. We did that in 2017. In 2022, we then moved into the chapter 2, which was a modular infrastructure for DePIN projects. Because building DePIN projects is very difficult. There was no scalable, cohesive infrastructure to do so. So we started creating this infrastructure in 2022 up to 2025, perfecting it up to 2025, where we enabled DePIN projects to better go to market and scale much, much faster. Fast forward to chapter 3, which is today. We're announcing the physical intelligence for AI. What does this mean? If you think about AI right now, it's pretty much the progress is hindered by static historical data that's normally scraped from the internet. But anyway, it's not dynamic and it's not really real in a sense that it doesn't come from like real machines or like in real time, and it's not granular enough. So for example, it's hot outside. If you want to go to the beach and you want to find the best spot for you, also taking into account traffic, taking into account sea conditions and whatever it is that you want, there is no model that would be able to do this right now because they're not hooked up to like real data and real dynamic data. So that is the goal. We're here to maximize AI's potential with real data, real humans, and real world scenarios. So we're basically taking AI from being purely digital and just sending it to the physical world. Obviously, for this to happen, AI needs to be sentient, which means it needs to have eyes and ears and needs to understand the real world. All this can be computed and then can inform the physical intelligence world. So this is why we're presenting to you the open ecosystem for physical intelligence, where real-time, real-world intelligence from machines and real humans is going to power this IoTeX, the IoTeX network. In order to understand what this means and how this is done, I want to then ask Aaron to maybe go through the tech stack and all the intricacies that are involved in this.
Absolutely. So let's take a look at where IoTeX fits in this physical intelligence future. So data comes in through the physical world where it enters the IoTeX infrastructure. Then it goes into realms or knowledge bases. These realms are built on top of the IoTeX infrastructure. And finally, this data and the intelligence from this data is consumed by AI and AI models. So what are realms? Realms are knowledge bases for AI. They're used to train and feed AI and AI models. They are domain specific. So there's some examples that I can give you. Transportation as a potential realm. So is healthcare, and so is robotics. Data comes in through the physical world. Let's take transportation. This could be traffic lights or vehicle data. Then it is verified by the IoTeX infrastructure and contextualized by humans. So this could be data tagging or annotation. Only then is it added to the knowledge base. And finally, once it's in the knowledge base, it is then made available to be consumed by AI and AI models. So let's dive a little bit deeper into the IoTeX tech stack and how it all fits together. So, of course, we have our L1 chain. This is used to create and use the realms. IOID is used to identify machines across the ecosystem, as well as AI agents and actors within the realm. Quicksilver is used to find the intelligence insights from that data that's within those realms. And finally, IoTeX token is used to incentivize all the actors within the realm. So how do you get involved? You can launch your own realm. You can contribute your data to a realm, or if you have some domain expertise, you can contribute your expertise to the realm. So feel free to reach out if you're interested in getting a little bit further and working alongside us to create your own realm.